And whichever position that you find yourself in or you choose to be in, allow yourself to be comfortable. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Allowing the body to become heavy. Trying to connect into your natural breathing rhythm. Not trying to alter anything. Anytime any kind of unwanted thought comes into your mind, just acknowledge that it's made an appearance. Let it float away to the side and carry on focusing on your breath. Today, our focus is about allowing yourself to let go and be open. Not trying to resist. And not trying to force either. And listen to your body. Listen to what it needs. And taking a wide breath in, so it feels like your whole body is spreading widthways through the ribs, through the hips. And as you breathe out, just let go even more. Breathing in widthways. Breathing out and letting go. Let's take 5 more deep breaths, counting back from 5 down to 1. Observing every sensation you feel. And then make some tiny little movements. Draw your knees in towards the chest. Give them a little hug, a little rock from side to side. And then place your hands loosely onto the top of your kneecaps, just very loosely. And as you breathe in, you're going to let your knees go away from you and start to circle outwards. As you breathe in, draw the knees in towards your chest. Breathe out. Breathing in, push the knees away, turn them out, circle them around, breathing out, draw the knees closer to the ribs. So letting the arms be relaxed. You're not pushing the knees out, you're just loosely touching. And we're going to reverse. So starting with the knees in, breathing in, turn the knees out to create a circle. Breathing out, let the knees come together and back to the chest. Inhaling, circle round and out. Exhaling, legs together and in. Allowing the movement to feel like the bone of your leg is just rolling around in the socket of your hip without restrictions, just a bit of freedom and looseness. All right, stopping in the center. Take your knees over the hips, slide your feet out, or you can choose to place your feet on the floor here, spread the arms, and then roll your hips side to side and anchor down the back of the shoulders. On the first side that you roll to, when you get there, roll completely onto that side. Take the top ankle with the top hand, find the quad stretch. Feel free to support your head with your hand. Or you can even use the bottom heel on top of the knee to assist you. So two different ways that you can deepen this. You can squeeze the heel closer to the bum. You can pull your knee behind your hip more. Both of those ways are going to target different areas of your quads. How is that feeling? Taking 2 more breaths here. And then you're going to let go of that foot, place the knee to the floor, gently push yourself up away from the floor and come into a spiral. Twist around half baby wild thing, it's like a quarter wild thing. I'm just going to touch on the edge of being wild. There's a squeeze of the bum to push your hips forward and spread and open through the front of the pelvis. Arm can go wherever feels nice. Just gently press down into the floor with the shins. Just draw the shoulder back and in of that supporting arm. Gently lower down. And we're going to turn over, come down onto the floor on the other side. Find the stretch in the quad. Just checking here in with your hip placement, making sure it hasn't come all the way back or isn't leaning too far forwards. It stacks directly over the bottom hip. And it will roll back of the shoulder blade. And just observing any sensations you feel in your body. Notice if you can relax anywhere to create space. Taking 2 more breaths. And as we let go of that foot, you're going to place the knee roughly behind the sole of the other foot, so you push yourself up, and then you're ready to go. Pressing hips forwards, letting your arm reach over your head, over your ear. Trying to lengthen your spine away from your hips. Breathing widthways into your ribs and into your hips. Gently drop your hips towards the floor. Turn yourself over and find child's pose. Feet together, knees as wide as you wish or as close as you wish. Breathing into the back of the body, creating that space where the body becomes wider. And then start to flow. Take your eye gaze towards your fingertips, striking cobra. Bring your chest through the arms. We're going to stay low in cobra, so keep the hips on the floor, pull the shoulders back, and then lower your whole body down onto the floor. From here, slide your left knee up to about hip height. And then we're going to reach the left arm forwards and take the right arm underneath to twist. So it's a half twisted frog. Half a squashed twisted frog by the looks of things. And here, just start to peel the left shoulder up, stack it over the bottom of the right shoulder. If it feels too much to be in the twist, then you're welcome to not twist. Taking 1 more breath in, just allowing the hips to feel loose. Trying to let go of any tightness around your glutes. And then as you unravel, you're going to bring your hands level with the side of your chest, side of your rib cage, and then lift into cobra from here, keeping the leg in the same position. So just pulling the belly away from the floor. If it feels good, straighten the arms and create that gentle back bend, mid-back squeezes together. Stepping back into downward dog from here, so tuck the toes of the back foot, lift the hips, pull the belly in and press the chest back. Drop the knees to the floor as you inhale, lift the chest into upward cat. Exhale, downward cat, feet together. Inhale into child's pose and then exhale to relax. Eye gaze to the fingertips, breathing in, striking cobra. Chest down, hips down. Tops of feet press down, mid-back squeezes. Lower your chest all the way down. Forehead relaxes to the floor, and then slide your right leg out to the side. The ankle is roughly underneath your knee. Reaching the arms forwards, and then the left arm threads underneath the right arm. Feel free to make any adjustments to suit your body. You may wish to slide the right hand back, stack the elbow over the wrist, and use that to help encourage more rotation in your thoracic spine, so your upper back. Taking a beautiful breath in. And as you exhale, connect to the ground with the inner thigh of the bent leg. Let it soften. One more breath in, one more breath out. Thread the twist. Hands level with the side of your chest. Inhale into your back bend of choice here. And just take a moment just to create some extension in the hip. So we're lifting the front of the hip bones and lifting the abs. Tuck the toes. Stepping back into downward dog. Drop the knees to the floor as you breathe in. Open the chest, really draw the shoulders back as much as you can. Breathing out, cat, push down through the shins, through the hands. Breathing in, slide the hips back into child's pose. Breathing out, let go of some of the weight of your body. Sliding the arms forwards. We're going to do it a little bit quicker. Inhaling into striking cobra. Exhale, lower. Left leg slides up as you breathe in. Breathe out, soften the hips. Inhale into the twist, so arms forward, right hand under the left arm. Exhale. If you wish to, hand back, twist a little bit further. One more breath in, just because it's nice. One more breath out. Then unravel, hands by the chest, inhaling into your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Drop the knees to the floor as you breathe in. Up cat, breathe out, roll the shoulders out and then in. Inhaling, slide back. Exhale, nestle down. Eye gaze forwards, breathing in, striking cobra. Try and squeeze the elbows into your side. Exhale, lower. Left leg, knee slides up. Try and be wide as you can through that inner thigh as you exhale. Twist as you inhale. Lift the chest enough to slide the left arm to the right side. Exhale, choose where you want the right arm to be. One more breath in. One more breath out. Hands by the chest as you unravel, lifting into your back bend as you inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Knees to the ground as you breathe in. Slide the sternum forwards. Breathing out, expand the upper back, tuck the lower back. Breathing in, push back, hips to heels. Breathe out, soften. One more time each side, striking cobra, breathing in. Breathing out, lift your belly away from the floor. Left leg slides up. Exhale. Inhale, twist. Exhale. One more breath in. One more breath down. Unravel. Back bend as you breathe in. Letting the left leg become heavier. Breathing out down the dog. Push back a little bit deeper than you've been before. Inhaling, hands to floor, upward cat. Exhale down. Breathing in, slide back, breathing out. Chest melts over the thumb. Striking cobra, last one on the right side. Breathing out, pull your mid back together so we lower with control. Right leg slides out. Half frog. Exhale, let your butt cheeks separate and soften. Twist to your right side. Left arm threads through. Just check that you're not shrugging your shoulders up on both, and that way we get a stretch through the shoulder as well. Unravel, find your back bend. Breathing in. Breathing out, down the dog. Drop the knees to the floor as you inhale, upward cat. Exhale, downward cat. Inhaling, slide back to child's pose. Exhale. All the way down. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Checking in with your hips, making sure they're evenly placed. So you're not shifting weight more onto one side of your hip than the other. Breathing into upward cat. Breathing out, downward cat. Level the spine, bring it neutral and parallel to the floor. And then you're going to take one leg up and back, then draw the knee underneath, circle round as far as you can get it to the other side without your opposite hip sinking. And then return, and then the other leg, we straighten behind and lift. Belly draws in, knee comes underneath. Take it outside your body, up and over. Now here, press down through the shin of your bottom leg. Squeeze the bum of the leg that's lifted just to open it out more. Then lower the knee down. A nice controlled opening. Breathing in, other leg, lengthens and lift. Breathing out, bring the knee underneath the body. Try not to round the lower back. Then inhaling, circle up and round. And keep trying to open that side of the hip whilst keeping the other side closed. Drop the knee down. Other leg, breathing in, reach behind and lift. Breathing out, knee comes underneath. Take it out to the side, circle it round. Let your right hip open. So try and spread that side of the front of your pelvis. Keep the other side closed, so we're not shifting that hip sideways. Tuck it under and lift. Land, one more time each leg. Straight back and lift as you inhale. Exhale, knee comes under. Circle, breathing in, open. Keep squaring the upper body down. Breathing out, expand and lower. Other leg, straight, lift. Knee comes underneath, keep the lower back long. Open out. Take it as far around as you can. Test your edge whilst your shin on the floor restricts where your other leg can go. Gently lower down. Downward dog. Take your hands just a little bit further forwards. Hips up and back. We're going to do the same thing. But anytime you want to, you can always drop down to the knee and do that version. Lift one leg up. Now here, make sure you haven't arched your lower back. Draw the knee underneath. Again, try not to round the lower back. Circle wide, out, round,
And then here, notice the upper part of your body. Keep it long. Gently lower down. Other leg. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out. Stay in the downward dog as the knee comes underneath. Try not to round the lower back. Open the leg round and over. Let the foot dangle. Reach from the rib cage all the way down. That's arm of the same side. Gently lower. Inhale, lift the leg. Now imagine the femur bone, so your thigh bone, is lifting out of your hip. Draw the knee underneath the body. How close can you get your knee towards your torso without rounding your back? Open. Now here, spread the inner thigh of the lifted leg to the side of the room. Let it open more. Gently lower down. Other leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come under. Breathing in. Open and sweep round. Breathing out. Yeah. Feel the stretch in the hip. Gently lower foot to floor. Inhale to plank. Then either on the toes or on the knees. Exhale. Halfway down. Inhale, hips down, shoulders back, cobra, or upward dog with the arms straight. Exhale, downward dog. Do that again. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Spread the fingers here. Breathing in, mid-back squeezes. Breathing out, push the ground away. One more time. Body solid in your plank. Drag yourself forwards through the arms in your back bend. Downward dog. Now it's time to lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. Same sequence. Draw the knee underneath. Inhaling, open the hip to the side. Exhale, let the foot hang over. Then we're going to take the foot outside the hand on the same side, so a wide lunge. Taking the breath in. As we breathe out, you're welcome to drop the hip here, but just try and let your hips feel looser, open. Another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, lift the back leg. If it's down, sweep the leg back and up, three-legged dog. Breathing out. This time, come underneath. Place the foot between your hands. So it's a narrow lunge. Again, you're welcome to drop the back knee down or keep it lifted. If you keep it lifted, make sure you push out the heel of the foot and almost like lift the knee from the quad from your kneecap to keep the back leg straighter and a deeper sensation through the hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, leg comes underneath. This time, take the outer edge of your foot to the outer part of your opposite hand, and then slide your knee forwards to the wrist of the same side. Right side, there we go. So it's not quite a pigeon or a swan, but it's getting there. Three-legged dog. Breathing in, breathing out, similar position, but this time drop the whole shin to the floor, relax the back foot, and sink into the hip. Nice. If you can, try and draw the belly in, mid-back squeezes, so almost try and think back bend. I feel like my mat is facing the wrong direction this evening. All right. Take a breath in, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Breathing out, downward dog. Other leg. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale. Bend the knee, draw the knee underneath the body. Inhale, open the hip. Let the leg go round to the opposite side again. Find that edge. Keep pulling your belly up to the ceiling. Step the foot outside your hand as you inhale. Wide lunge. Just a couple of moments here. Almost letting your knee flop open to the side. Three-legged dog. Lift the belly really tight to lift the hips higher. This time, step the foot between the hands. Again, choose knee up or knee down. Let your torso lean a little bit further forward so we maintain length and core engagement, actually. It's a lot easier to keep your abdominals tight if we get that extra length forwards. Three-legged dog. Sweep up and back. This time, as you come underneath, take the foot, the outer edge of the foot outside the opposite hand. Bring the knee forwards towards the opposite arm, but it's not touching down just yet. Lean the weight forwards. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time, find your swan or your pigeon. It's more a pigeon in this one. Come underneath. Drop the shin to the floor. If this feels too uncomfortable in the hips, you're welcome to drop the bum to the side here and bend the back knee to adjust it as much as you wish. First, gently push away from the floor of the arms a little bit more so the shoulders don't sink. And just slide that back leg back a tiny bit further. Hands to the floor, tuck the back toes. I just scared myself with my shadow then. Down the dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lower knees or toes. Inhale, open the chest, open the ribs. Exhale, down the dog. Take a little bend of the knees. Step right leg between your hands. And then you're going to slide your knee forwards of your toes. But your aim is to keep the heel of your foot down. So that's going to mean you're going to slide the back leg in a little bit. Drop that knee to the floor. Keep the weight of your body over the thigh and just check that the knee stays in line with the foot. If you find it's a struggle to keep your heel down, you're welcome to place something underneath it, but there, so you feel the space. But the aim is to feel the stretch through your calf and through potentially your Achilles if it's tight there. And then also, the more we lean forwards, the more we're going to open out this back hip. So this one's not going to feel like your normal lunge. It should feel a bit different. Bring your hands to the floor as you breathe in. Straighten the legs, slide the back leg in and find a standing forward fold. Bend your knees as much as your body needs here to enable you to get length in the lower back and tip forwards. Rolling up to stand. Relax the arms, have a little shake out if you need. Now you're going to take the weight into your right leg, lift your left knee, and then circle the leg around and step back. So as we step back, we're going to bend that knee and shift the weight over. So toes can lift. Think of this as a side lunge, so this foot is like almost on the diagonal. Sink the hips back, and then come back to the front of your mat. Same on the other side, so you're going to take the weight into the left leg. Lift the right knee, circle it round, step back, land the foot. Check as you land, your knees in line with the centre of the foot and it's not twisted in. If it feels good, bring your hips down a little deeper, but only go to where your body allows. Come back to the front of your mat. Let's do the same again. Lift your left leg, circle it round, explore the space. Go wherever your body wants you to go. Push back to the front of your mat. Ooh. Try a bit of stone with me. Circle, step back. If you can, keep your heel down. If you need to lift the heel here, if that foot, that's okay. Push back to the front of your mat. We're going to do one more on each leg. Lift, circle round, step back. Yeah, sometimes if you go really deeply, it can help to lift the toes off the floor and almost like rotate that thigh round to give you space. Coming back in. Other side, lift, circle. Make sure you have control in your hips here as they open. Step back. Toes up, hips down. Feel free to lean your torso in any direction, which creates a really nice sensation. Then pushing back to the front of your mat. Feet next to one another, inhaling, arms up overhead, exhaling, forward fold. Pull the belly in underneath the ribs. So you're going to step your right leg back this time into lunge. Drop the knee to the floor, and I'm aiming to find that same calf stretch in the left leg. So heel pushes to the ground, slide the knee as far in front of the toes as you can. If you need to pick up the back leg, bring the knee in a little bit closer and do so. It also feels quite nice to like just move your hips a little bit side to side, because it can really like identify the little pockets that you need to sink into. As you breathe out, can you slide your knee forwards more? One more breath in. One more breath out. And then tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the floor. Stepping back to plank and flow. Or if you want to miss the flow out, you're welcome to make your own way to downward dog. Everyone into downward dog when you're ready. Think about your butt cheeks spreading wider apart at the top of your dog. Screw your hands into the floor. Lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. At the top, bend the knee, open the hip. So recreating that same open feeling that you had earlier. Step the foot between the hands, and we're going to make our way into pyramid. So you can choose to step the back foot in, so your stance is a little narrower if you wish. You can also take the option of dropping the back knee to the floor and having a little baby pyramid. So again, heel can be down, heel can be up of that back leg. Your main focus is actually finding stability in the hips. So they're square to the floor. So you can just check your hips, check your bum, make sure one side isn't higher than the other. Then actively press down through the ball of the foot on each leg. If you want to have a little higher, you can place your hands on blocks or hands to shins. Taking 2 more breaths here. Letting the rib cage melt down the length of that front leg. And we're going to shift the weight forwards, slide your back leg to the opposite side. So your left foot comes to the outside edge of your right foot. Yeah. And again, just enjoy this forward fold. Sometimes the balance can feel a little bit wobbly because the feet are so close together and pointing the opposite direction, but you can get a really nice stretch down the outer edge of the leg, of the one that's crossing behind. Try and soften the lower back, try and soften all the way down the spine. And as we exhale, we allow the body to sink further. One more breath in. One more breath out. Hands to the floor, step back to plank and flow or go straight to downward dog. Left leg rises as you breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hips, even bring the heel close to the bum. Feel that stretch through the quad as well. Step the foot between the hands, pyramid. So make any adjustment you need, but let it feel like most of the weight is going into this front leg. Elongating the hamstrings, we pull the hips up and back, choosing to step the back foot in if you wish to. You'll find a little light engagement in the abdominals. Shifting forwards. Taking your right leg, crossing it behind the left leg. So the outer edges of the feet are close together. Bend your knees as much as you need to make this feel good for you. And you can always change the stance by taking the feet further apart from one another. So the right leg will just come back a step more. It's a gentle hug of the inner thighs together. Taking one more breath in. One more breath out. And then step back into plank. Knees or toes lower down. All the way to the floor. And then roll over onto your back. We're going to banana from here. So shift your hips over to the left edge of your mat. Slide your feet down to the bottom right hand corner. And then aim the direction of your shoulders to the top right hand corner with length in both sides of your torso. Make your arms comfortable. So if you need there's a cushion underneath to fill space, go for it. Taking hold of the left wrist softly with the right hand and just guiding that arm into the side bend a little bit further. And then let the back of your shoulders and the back of your arms melt into the floor, not mess into the floor. If you want a little extra through the side of the hip and down the IT band, cross your left ankle over your right ankle, just an option. And then just scan your body from head to toe and observe if you're holding tension anywhere. What can you do to make that feel better? Is it an adjustment to your position? Or is it simply that just letting go as you breathe out? Taking 2 more breaths here. And gently transitioning back to the centre of your mat to enable you to move sides with ease. Taking the hips over to the right side of your mat when you're ready. Feet to the bottom left hand corner. Shoulders to the top left hand corner. Taking hold of the wrist, right wrist with the left hand and just finding that curve and that arc shape through your lat. So up the side of the back into the armpit. Just checking both sides of your pelvis feel like they're pressing equally into the floor. And then if you want more, cross the right ankle over the top of the left ankle. Breathing space into any areas of tightness. Taking 3 more breaths here. At the end of those 3 breaths, returning back to the center of your mat. Adding any extra layers, particularly if it's cold in your room. And observe how you have laid yourself. Do you feel symmetrical? Inhale, width into the rib cage, into the hips. Exhale, soften your arms, back, hips, legs. How much can you let go here? Take a deep and energizing breath in. As you let that breath go, reawaken your body, starting with some gentle movements. Maybe the fingers rub together, maybe the toes wriggle. And then do wherever your body feels like it needs to bring it back into this evening.
And then in your own time, in your own way, bring yourself back up.